Yeah, what's poppin'? So if you're struggling in Season 6, well, no worries. I am here to explain the meta and how it works, including the new shotguns and how to use them, the new drop spots, which are more important than ever, how to rotate with no rotations at all, and plenty of other strategies that you should use to win your games. So if you want to see more of this type of content, then just drop a like and subscribe super quick. And by the way, thank you to every person using my code, that is code AutoClick. You guys are absolutely amazing. But now let's jump into this video. So the first thing about Season 6 meta is the brand new shotguns and how to use them, because each shotgun has a completely different playstyle, and that is for both if you're using it or you're going against it. You have to adjust your playstyle on each shotgun. So first, the makeshift shotgun. So this thing shoots very slow. It's like a charge, but it's not really a charge. The pullout time of this shotgun is so slow. It is way slower than a pump, and also it does like no damage at all. But this can be a good thing, and you should use this to your advantage. So whenever you're going against this shotgun, then make sure to play from distance and use your AR or your SMG to actually shoot your opponents. Setting distance from your opponent is so important, because this gun does basically no damage from just a few tiles. So if you're able to spray your opponent versus him shooting you with a shotgun, you will do way more damage in total. Just avoid fighting with this thing as much as you can. And instead, what you should do is upgrade it as soon as possible. And that is why drop spots are so important during this season, which we'll get into just in a second. But now don't underestimate this shotgun. Take a look at what happened to me. I literally had a purple pump. So look, I take this guy's wall, I place a cone, I hit him for 100, and then boom, I get one pumped. And I underestimated this shotgun. It does hit over 100, so be careful. But now about the primal shotgun super quick. I like to call this thing a psycho shotgun, because you literally have to hop in someone's box if you want to eliminate them. It is literally a 50-50 shotgun, unless you really know how to outplay your opponent. So here are some things that you can do to actually dominate with the shotgun and not make it a 50-50. So the first thing in any fight is determining what shotgun your opponent has. Just listen to those audio cues and see what shotgun your opponent has, because your playstyle, depending on what he has, is gonna differ a lot. So let's say they have a pump, which in most cases they will have a pump. The best thing you can do is try to bait their shot. Some things you can do to do that is simply edit your wall and then reset it super quick, so he shoots the wall breaks, and then well, you can just run in like a complete psycho. He's not gonna have enough time to shoot again, because this shotgun melts. You can make an enemy disappear in seconds. Just take a look at this clip. I got this guy super weak and I had a golden pump. I got way too close to this guy, and take a look at what happened. I get melted in literally a second. I go from 150 HP to 0. This gun is dangerous. Now another thing you can do is start to catch them off guard. So one way to do this is by jumping in their box while they are not looking. Now this is more difficult to do, but the second thing is hopping in their box while they don't have their gun out. So if they're swinging your wall with a pickaxe or popping some minis, then try to hop in their box. I know this sounds crazy. I never recommend anyone hopping in anyone's box, because again, it creates a 50-50 situation. But in this season, with this primal shotgun, well, that is what you have to do. You have to have a mindset of a controller player when playing with this gun. It sounds insane, I know, but that's just the reality. But of course, just know that you're always in risk of getting one pumped, since well, pumps are back in the game, of course, as you all know. So let's talk about pumps super quick. I'm not gonna spend much time on this, since well, we all know how pumps actually work. But here are some quick strategies you should keep in mind to use the pump successfully, and most importantly, to counter all the other shotguns. So first, playing from distance is so important, since as I mentioned, the other two shotguns don't do damage at all from distance. So if you're able to keep distance from your opponent, then you will end up doing way more damage than them. Always be ready for someone to hop in your box with that primal shotgun. Like, I swear, when you pick it up, your mind turns into a controller player's mind. And even for myself, I literally start hopping in people's boxes with that gun. It's crazy. So just keep your distance and play safe while having a pump. Almost every single player during the endgame is gonna have a blue or a purple pump. So really, it all comes down to piece control and who can take the least amount of damage. So let's talk about drop spots, which again, as I mentioned, are so so important during this season. And well, this is because the new upgrade mechanic requires to have at least 4 mechanical parts in order to upgrade your AR, pump, or SMG. And yeah, well, let me tell you, there are some god drop spots on this map where you can literally get over 15 mechanical parts in less than 10 seconds. But some good places to land are Dirty Docks, Weeping, Steamy, Risky, or basically any other place that has cars or any mechanical things. And by the way, that god spot I was talking about is Junkyard by Dirty Dogs. But just be careful because a lot of people actually do land here, which is honestly pretty free kills. If you're able to land first, then it is so easy to wipe out the entire place. Since again, with this new season, you don't have to actually have a shotgun to win early game fights. So if you have like an AR, that is completely fine. So here I pick up some really easy eliminations. And now take a look at the amount of mechanical parts I get. You simply break these cars right here by placing cones on top of them, and bro, every single one of them gives you a mechanical part. And also there's cars all around the area, so in total you can get over 20 mechanical parts just from this little spot. Tell me that's not the most broken thing ever. So the biggest tip I can give you for early game is upgrading to a pump before actually fighting someone. Find a drop spot that will guarantee you 4 mechanical parts within the first few minutes of landing. So here's a perfect example of such drop, and look how fast I'm able to upgrade my shotgun to a pump. I land in this little area and I simply break this trailer, which guarantees me 1 mechanical part. Then I smack this truck, which is guaranteed to get you at least 1, but 90 to 95% of the time you get 2 mechanical parts. So boom, you get that, and the last one is from right here. And just like that, we can get a pump instantly. No one will have a pump as fast as I can get one. So now I can confidently push anyone. Okay, now super quick, let's talk about rotation, which are so important in the upcoming tournaments. By the way, I made a whole video about Season 6 tournaments, so check that out later after this video. But as you may have noticed, there are no rotations in this season. The only real rotations are peppers, spicy fish, and, well, this. So how are we supposed to rotate now? Well, there are a few items that will help you out during these rotations in tournaments and arena in this season. So first is floppers. Floppers are extremely useful in many scenarios. For example, if you want to take height by making a flopper play, well, you can do that, or simply staying low ground and beaming people from storm. Floppers allow you to do anything basically. But now the most underrated weapon in this game is a harpoon gun. Now hold up, hear me out. This thing literally saved me so many times in tournaments and won me games. Again, I made videos on how to win cash cups. Check that out after this video. And in that video, a single harpoon gun got me from no mats at all to max mats in the end game. And I was able to take height and win the entire game. And this happened more than once. So listen, if you don't have a harpoon gun in your inventory, then I don't know what you're doing. Especially since there are no more bouncers or anything to help you with your rotates. Getting as many mats as you possibly can is obviously gonna win you games. So make sure to carry a harpoon gun in your inventory every single time you can. And then of course positioning is as well more important than ever. If you know how to switch layers effectively without running into anyone, that will boost you on the leaderboards by a lot. Listen, if you master rotations, you're gonna do so much better than anyone else. I guarantee you people are gonna be struggling with rotations during this season. So if you know what you're doing during the end game, then that is gonna be a massive advantage to you. And of course, I'll make more detailed videos on how to rotate in this season, so make sure to stay tuned. But that is basically Season 6 meta. Knowing how to play against and with each shotgun is gonna determine whether you win or you lose your fights. If you're able to master safe piece control, then I am sure you are gonna dominate this season. Just always make sure to take right hand peeks and be ready for the psychos with those primal shotguns, because I guarantee you they will hop in your box. And by the way, drop a comment if you want to see the best solo and trio drop spots for this map, and I'll make sure to get the best drop spots for this season. So if this video helped, just take a second, drop a like, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, since 85% of you are still not subscribed, which honestly I don't know how that makes sense at all. And if you could use code AutoClick in the item shop, that would be the best thing ever. It helps me out so much. But alright boys, thank you all so much for watching. Peace out and bye bye. Good luck in this season.